I'm Keela Williams, recording my week 3 journal entry. My fat and calorie intake compared to the target levels were over on carbohydrates but low on protein and fat, so I definitely need to replace some of the carbs in my diet with complete and high quality protein items to get more amino acids, as well as leave me feeling more full after a meal. Vitamins and minerals were all short, even with the amount of fruits and vegetables that I eat. I do take a prenatal vitamin that did give me a full day's worth of vitamin D and iron, but my vitamin A and my calcium were still low. My protein intake compared to the target level was low. I got about 75% of the recommended protein. The importance of consuming specific things. Minerals aid in important body functions and often work together to create other compounds within the body. Vitamins interact with energy nutrients like protein and carbohydrates, as well as minerals, to aid in their absorption into the body, as well as their digestion. Carbohydrates give you short-term fuel, and fat supplies energy, as well as it helps to absorb some vitamins and minerals into the body. Protein is more long-term fuel and energy, but it gives you a lot of the essential amino acids that your body needs and cannot create on its own. Fiber, there's soluble and insoluble that are both needed. Soluble binds with cholesterol to remove excess cholesterol and also promotes a feeling of fullness as it keeps the stomach fuller for longer, whereas insoluble fiber helps to push other undigested foods through the intestines, so both very important. The effects of my diet on my health and wellness. I was surprised to learn that I was under on my fat intake. As I've already said, I'm a bit of a comfort food eater, so I was definitely surprised to learn I was under on fat. I also underestimated the amount of carbs in my diet. There are a lot of carbs in the foods that I eat, so I need to be more conscientious of my protein that I eat, as well as my whole grains. The effect that my diet has on health and wellness. I think in general your diet greatly affects energy levels, sleep quality, bowel movements, as well as general feelings of wellness. My diet personally leaves me feeling really good, actually. During the work week, I follow a pretty strict eating schedule, and I snack healthily between meals. But on the weekend, I definitely binge a bit, but I try to binge on more wholesome foods rather than the pizza and french fries that I've talked about. My diet leaves me pretty good energy-wise. So the changes I want to make are more for health purposes and weight management purposes. My dietary intake, does it protect me or does it increase my health risks? I don't know if I would say that my diet either protects me or it increases the risks. I definitely try to stay away from processed and preserved foods full of chemicals, so that's something that protects me. But I also like junk food and comfort food, so that increases risk. So I'd like to think that my diet is a happy medium between healthy and indulgent. I don't think you can be perfect all the time, but I definitely think that I need more work as far as the health. 2 ways that I can improve my diet. The first thing I would do to improve would be to add more protein and whole grains. I do opt for whole grains more often than not, but my protein is definitely lacking being vegetarian. I do occasionally eat some fish, but not enough to make up for lost time. I need to focus more on adding nuts and beans, as well as more vegetables to my diet. It's easier to grab an apple or a banana than it is to, eat a bean burrito or something. The second thing that I could do is to eat less dairy. I already drink almond milk to cut fat intake, but cheese is really hard for me, and ice cream too, of course. So I find that after eating a lot of dairy, the next day I have a really hard time with my running, going any kind of distance. I like to do 2 to 3 miles every couple of days. So on nights when I have ice cream for dessert or have a lot of dairy in the day, I definitely find that it cramps me up and I have a much harder time pushing through my run. So I definitely need to cut down dairy intake and increase the amount of protein in my diet, so that would be nuts and beans.